Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to break down what could easily be the most talked about property launch of 2026. Yep, we're talking about the brand new Thomson View Condo. Let's get right into it. So let me ask you this. What happens when you get a top-tier school, a massive nature reserve, and an MRT station all in one spot? I mean, that's kind of the dream, right? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today, because this project sits smack dab at the intersection of those three power-packed value drivers. First things first, let's talk about where this is. We're in District 20, a really mature and super sought-after estate. And this isn't just going to be another condo building, it's a true mega development. Really, it's poised to be a landmark for the whole area. Okay, so let's get grounded with the key facts, just a quick snapshot for you. We're in District 20, Upper Thomson Road, which puts it in the rest of Central Region, or RCR as we call it. And the scale, it's a mega development. We're talking around 1,240 units on a massive 500,000 square foot site. Now that scale is super important, and you'll see why in just a bit. Behind every incredible project, there's always a great developer. Well, in this case, we've got two. This is a joint venture, a real dream team scenario between two of the heaviest hitters in the industry, UOL Group and CapitaLand. And this is what I find so cool about this partnership. It's how perfectly their strengths match up. You've got UOL, who are absolute masters of creating these luxury masterpiece collections. They're all about biophilic design, which means integrating nature, incredible landscaping, and really high-end finishes. Then you have CapitaLand, the giant, bringing in that efficiency, that expertise in smart layouts, and their rock-solid construction standards. It's like you're getting the best of both worlds, the artistry and the science of property development all rolled into one. So why does this all matter to you, the buyer? Well, it boils down to one simple but absolutely crucial thing: security. It's about peace of mind. Think about it. In today's high interest rate environment, knowing that your investment and your progressive payments are in the hands of reputable giants who will deliver a top quality home on time, that's not just a bonus, it's invaluable. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the location, which is, let's be honest, the heart of the whole value proposition here. I like to call it the holy trinity of real estate value, and believe me, Thomson View absolutely nails all three pillars. So pillar number one, transport. And it doesn't get much better than this. You've got the Upper Thomson MRT station literally on your doorstep. That's the Thomson East Coast line, getting you to Orchard in about 20 minutes and the CBD in roughly 25. But here's the real game changer. You're just one stop away from the future Cross Island Line interchange. That's huge. It's going to unlock incredible long-term value and connect you to pretty much the entire island. All right, pillar number two is education. And for families, this is an absolute showstopper. The project is comfortably within that golden 1-kilometer radius of Tong School, one of Singapore's top primary schools. We call this the Tong Advantage, and it's a massive deal for getting priority admission. And it's not just Tong, you're also just a short drive from other elite schools like Raffles Institution. And finally, pillar number three, which perfectly blends nature with everyday convenience. The project literally backs onto the lush green trails of MacRitchie Reservoir. I mean, imagine going for a weekend hike right from your backyard. And then, when you need to run errands, groceries, banking, a quick bite to eat, Thomson Plaza is right across the road. It's the best of both worlds. So, we've talked about the incredible location outside the gates, but what's it actually like to live inside? Well, this is where that mega development concept really comes to life and just blows you away. Check this out. This donut chart really paints the picture of UOL's design philosophy. On a site this huge, they can dedicate a staggering 80%, 80% of the land to landscaping, facilities, pools, and gardens. The actual apartment blocks, they'll only take up about 20% of the land. So you're not just buying a condo, you're essentially living in your own massive private resort. And all that space means they can create dedicated zones for every kind of lifestyle. You'll have the family zone with big 50-meter lap pools and a cool kids' adventure cove. Then there's the quiet zone. Think hydrotherapy spas and yoga decks for when you just need to unwind. And of course, a social zone with things like co-working spaces and function rooms, which is perfect for today's hybrid work culture. Okay, we've covered the amazing lifestyle aspect. Now let's switch gears and talk about the part that every investor wants to know: the hard numbers. Because at the end of the day, your entry price and your exit strategy, that's what it all comes down to. Now, before we get into the prices, you're going to hear me use the term PSF PPR. Let's just quickly demystify that. It stands for per square foot per plot ratio.
All it really means is the price the developer paid for the land itself. And why does that matter? Well, a lower land cost can often mean a more attractive launch price for you, the buyer.
Okay, so here it is, the number you've been waiting for. The estimated launch price is expected to be around $2,450 per square foot on average. Now, burn that number into your brain, $2,450 PSF, because it's going to be super important for what comes next. And this chart, this is where things get really, really interesting. If you look at other new launches in the same region, the RCR, they're already selling for over S2,800 PSF. So when Thomson View comes in at around S2,450, it creates what we in the industry call a value gap. You're essentially getting a brand new RCR property right next to an MRT for a price that's already looking attractive compared to the rest of the market. That's a very compelling entry point.
So what's the game plan here? What's the exit strategy? Well, picture this. An investor who buys at the launch in 2026 gets to lock in that $2,450 PSF price. Then you fast forward to around 2030 when that new Cross Island Line interchange opens up just one stop away. We've seen it time and time again. Property values around major new transport hubs get a serious boost. This creates a really powerful potential for appreciation down the line, not to mention a huge boost in rental demand. All right, we've looked at the powerhouse developers, the triple threat location, the resort-style living, and the investment numbers. Let's pull it all together now for the final verdict. Look, every project has its pros and cons, and it's important to see both sides. The pros here are, frankly, immense. You've got this incredibly rare large plot of land. You have the Itong factor, which is going to drive resale demand like crazy. You have the gold standard reputation of the developers and that unique integration with nature. On the flip side, you got to be realistic. There's probably going to be some peak hour traffic on Upper Thomson Road, and with over 1,200 units, you can expect some stiff rental competition inside the project, at least initially. You know, I think this quote from the source material really just hits the nail on the head. It says that Thomson View marries the emotional pull of a nature-inspired family home with the hard logic of investment potential. And that's it, right there. It's a project that speaks to both your heart, the desire for a beautiful lifestyle, and your head, the need for a smart, logical investment. And that really brings us to the final question, the one only you can answer. This project presents such a rare and powerful combination of lifestyle and logic. So the thought I want to leave you with is this. When you think about what you truly want in a home or an investment, does Thomson View strike that perfect balance for you? Thanks so much for tuning in.